Alright everybody, welcome back to Expeditions. So yeah, I ended the episode. We started this expedition, nearby areas, I think is what it's called. I'm gonna try, I think the goal here is I'm gonna try, excuse me, I'm gonna cough a lot. I went to urgent care again today, and they basically told me again that it was allergies, so they gave me like a steroid this time, so hopefully that helps. I don't fucking know. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to try to keep the episodes, like, you know, hopefully we can get this expedition done in this episode. That's kind of the goal. Whoa. But yeah, that's going to be like obviously when we get to the more difficult expeditions, I'm sure it won't be able to be that way, but that's fine. I feel like these first couple for Little Colorado should be pretty easy. I feel like I need to adjust my sound still. Like, engine volume is still crazy loud. Just like SnowRunner. Let's turn that down. Let's turn down sound effects a little bit. Then sounds. I do like the music. We'll turn the master down about 70. Alright, that feels better. If you disagree and you think something needs to be changed, definitely let me know in the comments. I will fix it. But I am probably going to try to record a couple episodes here, so if I don't fix it for the next episode, I will try to fix it for the future. But I think this sounds good to me. You can still hear the music, you can still hear the engine, it's just not super loud. And I don't want it to overpower my voice, because, I don't know, I guess if you don't care about hearing my voice, it doesn't matter to you, but whatever. Alright, so anyway, if I do sound a little raspy, I am sorry. That is just because I have these allergies, seasonal allergies, I guess is what it is. It's just hit me really hard, and it's been kind of rough. I'm still not used to these controls. Yeah, we're okay. But yeah, the controls are like backwards in SnowRunner. Like this is L1 in SnowRunner. L1 over here opens this, which is like your menu that usually is down. But down on here is to change your tire pressure, which is a cool feature. I kind of wish we had that in SnowRunner. I think that was a feature in MudRunner too. I don't know why they didn't put it in SnowRunner. I think they were just trying to make SnowRunner more like user-friendly, I guess. I don't know. But this game's sick. I'm actually like, I know I haven't really played much of it. Holy shit. I know I haven't really played much of this game yet, but I like this side of SnowRunner, like the whole scouting the map outside of it. I think it's kind of fun. So I think this is just a unique spin-off of SnowRunner that, you know, it's new content, basically. It's a new game. And like I said in episode 1, I love SnowRunner, so naturally I love this game. I do want to try to play with... Oh my god. I do want to try to play with my wheel. I feel like that would be pretty fun on this game. It would probably be a lot like SnowRunner, but, you know. Just be nice to try. I'd rather wait until I'm, you know... Oops. Oh, God. The controls, man. I'm not used to it. I know it sounds horrible too, but like, God, I've been tested for COVID, flu, everything, and I'm negative for all of it. It's crazy. Alright, the old lodestar. I couldn't put anything on the back of it, so that's why it's just like literally the frame. I don't really quite understand. Found it. I don't really quite understand how, like, buying trucks work in this game, because like there's a trophy to buy a truck, and I thought I bought a truck, but I guess I don't own these. I don't know. Slightly confusing. Okay, and then the last one. Oh, so I worked this show yesterday as of recording this, and the artist was Dwight Yoakam. I'll just say it. I don't really give a shit. He's a country artist. He was popular in like the 80s and 90s, I think, really. I don't know. I'm not a country music person, so that could be totally wrong information, and I'm sorry if it is. But I just didn't care enough to know. So I just didn't care to look it up. But I think I overheard someone saying that, so that's why I said that. But if that's not true, please correct me. You know, if you're a fan of him, that's great. I'm happy for you. But he was an asshole, like super big diva about everything, and it just, I don't know, the whole thing. I mean, his tour manager was worse. His tour manager was a complete dickhead. He was like drunk the whole night, yelling at everyone. We had security there, which we don't ever usually have, at least not lucky find, at least not in the sense of like, we don't, because we're a historic like landmark, and we don't have that many, we don't usually get too many big like national shows like this. I mean, we do get them, and they come pretty often, but we usually don't have any issues. And we always have a police presence around the theater for big shows like that, and then we always have a local security company that we trust, and they work almost all of our shows when we have a certain amount of people in the building. So like, I don't know, they had to do all this extra stuff. They had to wand people. They had to do, just a whole bunch of... How do we get up there? Looks like I can go this way. And maybe I can squeeze up through here. I'm trying to place these with L2 and R2, and it's not working. All right, so yeah, so like they had to do all this extra stuff. They had to wand people. We didn't have like, you know, like pass through metal detectors, because we're not trying to be the first theater in my state to historic theater in my state, which there aren't many, to have full-blown security at our shows, or our national shows at least. Oh my god, this truck. So yeah, I don't really know where I'm going with this, but anyway, it was just, it was a stressful night, and like, you know, I'm an employee of the theater, like a full-blown employee. I'm not a contracted employee. I'm, you know, I'm on the payroll of the theater, and shit. I guess I can't go that way, but yeah, so because this is still kind of a new thing, I don't have like my name badge card thing yet. Some of the techs do, like our production manager has one. It's like a little, like a card. It has a picture of him on it, has his name, has his position title on it, and then it says Maryland, like MD or whatever, you know, theater employee. And so I just don't have mine yet because I haven't gotten my picture taken yet, because it needs to be like a professional picture, and they have someone coming, I think next week they have someone coming to take my picture. So I'll get one within the next week or so, but I didn't have one. So I just made sure I wore my, you know, branded, like, I have a hat, which we're allowed to wear hats. They prefer you to wear the branded one, but my production manager doesn't give a shit. He wears whatever he wants. And they don't care because they can't do without him, so he gets away with pretty much everything he wants. Which is, you know, he does his job. That's the most important thing. But anyway, I just wear that hat whenever I'm at work. If it's a show or event day, if it's just like a day where I just have to be there and just, you know, do some admin stuff or whatever else, I can wear whatever I want. I can wear any hat, doesn't matter. But anyway, I had that all on just so it was, you know, well known that I was an employee of the theater. And then they gave us like little stickers to put on, which is pretty normal too. It gives us like access to the stage and whatnot with the sticker, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, like the security that we have, usually we only have like 1 or 2 guys from the this local security team we have. And so they know all of us pretty well, but this night there was a bunch of them, and a lot of them had never been here, been at our establishment before, or, you know, I just got an email, a work email. I don't remember what I was talking about per se, but yeah, like they were never really in our building before, so they didn't know some of us basically. And you know, we did all have our stickers and we were wearing them, but like this particular tour was like super anal about security, which, you know, in this day and age I understand, but like the city I live in is not a big city. We are classified as a city now. We used to be classified as like a big town, but we are classified as a big city now, just because of our population. But it's just, I don't know. It's just, we do have some crazy people here. You know, I admit that there's some, downtown is not the safest place, but like typically that's the case anywhere. Like, you know, that's just the way the world is nowadays. You never know what that stranger could do walking down the street, you know? It doesn't matter what they look like, or, you know, male or female. You never know. You know, they could be, I mean, I hate to say this, but they could be a drug addict and they could attack you and try and get your money, you know? Like, just things like that. So I get it. And I get that there's people that could, like, bring knives into the show and cause an issue. And there was actually a couple that got kicked out. They were in the very front row, and they were not being the most appropriate. They were being really close to the stage, which we don't really like in general at all, just because, you know, it's an old stage. We don't want people climbing up on it from the front. It's, you know, it's a really nice railing there. It's just, you know, we don't like people climbing around on our stuff. But even so, because the security was so crazy for the show, like, the security was not messing around. And the girl, like, threw her cowboy hat on the stage towards Dwight. And, like, it didn't even get close to Dwight. It was probably, like, you know, it probably only made it, like, halfway from her hand to Dwight on stage. So I guess it got kind of close, but it's not like it almost hit him. Like, it would have never made it all the way to him. But anyway, the one security guard, like, immediately jumped up and came over and, like, made them sit down. And then, like, the boss man security guy came and escorted them out. And I assume that they were made to leave. Or maybe they just got moved back. I don't know. Man, how do I get over there? I don't think I can cross that. Yeah, I can't even, like, get over that. Let's see if we can go over here. So, yeah, anyway, and I was running a spotlight during the show, just because, you know, they had their own engineers for everything else, so none of us really had to do any big jobs. We were just doing, like, stage, you know, being backstage and spotlights and whatever else. But anyway, our A1, who typically run their mixes, you know, sound, he was just backstage for the show, and he went out because we had a rented PA from our local contracted sound company that we all used to work for, and so they had it was a VTX, it was a JBL line array, I believe, and I think they were A8s. I'm not sure. There's so many different line arrays we see in there, and this sound company has at least, you know, the top ones, so we see them often. But I believe it was the A8 rig. But anyway, so, you know, that system can get crazy, and our theater really isn't designed for amplified audio like that. So, you know, it was very, very loud when Dwight was playing. The opener was playing on our PA, our house PA, which sucks, which we're working on upgrading, but it's gonna cost like $500,000 to do. So, man, how do I get up there? This is crazy, dude. Like, I don't know how to get up there. It's just cliffs here. There's nowhere to go. I need to get across over there. Can I go that way, maybe? I mean, this feels a lot crazier, like, off-road wise than SnowRunner. Like, SnowRunner, you definitely go off-road, but like this, I'm really going off-road. I'm like borderline rock crawling. But, back to my story. So, our A1... Oh, shit. I'm gonna get stuck here. We are moving, but... I'm gonna have to recover. Luckily, it's literally right here. But yeah, so he left backstage because he wanted to go check the house and see how it sounded. And it was at like 110 dB, which we told them is over. Like, we have a limit of 105 just because of the historic aspect of the building. It's plaster. Plaster vibrates and, you know, can fall down. So we don't want that to happen, especially when the house is sold out and there are, you know, 1,200 people sitting there. That plaster could potentially fall on is just not a good thing. And then our security wouldn't let him backstage again, which is where his job to be was. And you know, eventually we got the main guy that knows us. He went back and was like, this dude's good. He works for the theater. He's supposed to be back here. He was just doing his job to go check the sound levels in the theater, and he let him back over. So it was, you know, everything was fine. But it's still just like, you know, it's just all those things were happening. And then whenever loadout came to be, we had a couple people come back that were there earlier for load in, and apparently this all happened really quick. I wasn't quite there yet because I was still up in the balcony in the spot area, but apparently when the two guys had come back for loadout, you know, they were given their stickers, they had them on, but then apparently someone from the audience tried to go up on stage, and like security started freaking out, the Tormentor started freaking out, and at the same time the two guys that came back that are the contracted techs from the sound company were on stage, and the one, his sticker just wasn't quite visible to the production manager, and he like lost his shit and like told him to get the fuck off the stage and that all this stuff. And like we were trying to explain, like, listen, he's with us, he's one of your loadout crew, he has his sticker on, this was a misunderstanding here. And he was in you know, the guy that this happened to, the tech, he's not really one to, you know, he's not going to take your shit, you know, he's an older guy, and he's not going to sit there and let you bitch at him for something that is just like, he would never hurt anyone. He would, you know, he's not that kind of guy, but he's not going to sit there and let you tell him, you know, he's not going to take you telling him to get the fuck off stage, for one. But anyway, he just left. We were like, dude, just go. Like, it's better off that you just fucking go, you know? So, that was that. And yeah, it was an interesting night. We laid it out, but then he was like, where are all my, like, where are all my techs? Like, I'm supposed to have 8. And we were like, we were like, you have 7 now. And he was like, why? And I was like, because you told one to get the fuck off the stage. And then he just like walked away from us. And we're like, you're just a fucking dick, dude. Like, go somewhere else. Alright, so this seems like, so we finished the expedition, right? Like, that was the expedition. And then there's just other things we can do on the map. Like, there's these things. I don't, like, what is all this stuff? Like, why are they question marks? I don't understand. What am I supposed to do with that? Oh no, I do still have... Where's the other specified areas? I'm so confused. Is it done? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's done. Alright, well, I guess that's gonna be this episode then. I guess we'll just do Stoneford next. I don't know. I know this is really basically just teaching you how to play the game, which is fine because we need that, because I don't really know what I'm doing, and I'm gonna get it. It's gonna come to me, and I'll figure it out. But yeah, we'll pick up the next episode with Stoneford. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Have a good one.